Hello and welcome to today's presentation regarding the CSB Health Form. My name is Tracy Longfellow and I'm a certified medical assistant at the CSB Health Center. The purpose of this presentation is to assist new students and their parents with completing the CSB Health Form. In this presentation, I will utilize the initial CSB for the College of St. Benedict. During this presentation, I will provide instructions for completing the CSB Health Form as well as examples of correctly completing forms. The purposes of having students complete and submit the CSB Health Form include: CSB must demonstrate compliance with the Minnesota Department of Health vaccination requirements for all college students. As part of your process prior to coming to the campus, you are required to have a physical exam and a review of your immunizations. The meningitis vaccination and other vaccinations that healthcare providers might recommend for students goes beyond the scope of today's presentation. Our website, which is presented on a slide later in the presentation, provides recommendations for you to consider when consulting your healthcare provider. We will now move on to slide 2. The CSB Health Form is available to new students enrolling for fall semesters via the CSB+SJU website. The Health Form is available on the New Students Portal February 1st and should be mailed or faxed to the CSB Health Center office by June 15th. The form is available October 1st for new students enrolling for spring semesters via the portal and should be mailed or faxed by February 1st. The form is also available on the Health Services website. Please note that the mailing address and fax number are provided on a later slide. A word about the deadline for this form. The consequence of not meeting this deadline is a registration hold for the next semester. In other words, turning this form in late will not impact enrollment status for the first term of enrollment. Just work on getting the form turned in as soon as possible. Now we'll move on to slide 3. The CSB Health Form contains 3 pages to be completed and returned to the CSB Health Center. The first page of the CSB Health Form includes the student's name, identifying information, contact information, and medical history. This page is to be completed by you, the student, and brought with you to your clinic appointment with page 2 and 3 of the Health Form. We will take a look at the required immunizations section in slide 4. The second page of the CSB Health Form includes documentation of the required immunizations as well as the healthcare professional's signature and contact information. During the healthcare visit, students should review their immunization records, get the dates and doses of their immunizations they have had, get their CSB Health Form signed, and discuss any other recommended vaccinations. The meningitis vaccine is strongly recommended for anyone planning to live in a residence hall on a college campus. Hepatitis A and B and the varicella shot, if you haven't had the chickenpox, are also recommended. Please know that the 2 most common issues from this section that will result in the form being sent back are: number 1, the TD or Tdap vaccinations that are out of date. Any tetanus from 10 or more years prior is considered to be out of date. And number 2, the absence of the provider's signature and contact information. In slide 5, we will review the exemptions. On page 2 of the health form, there is also a place for students who are not willing or able to comply with the required immunizations for conscientious, religious, or medical reasons. Students who have conscientious religious exemptions must submit the form with a notarized signature in the conscientious religious exemption section. This requires taking the form to a notary and have the form notarized. Many banks provide notary services to their customers. Students who have medical exemptions must submit the form with a medical exemption signed by their healthcare providers. We will now move on to slide 6. Page 3 of the form, Healthcare Provider Examination, will be completed by your provider at the time of your physical exam. This is required for all new students. Physicals must be done within a year of the first year at CSB. NCAA rules state that all students participating in athletics must have a physical within 6 months of the start of their varsity season's first practice. Students planning on participating in NCAA varsity sports need to provide a copy of these completed forms to the athletic trainer, College of St. Benedict Athletic Department. On page 3, the physical examination form is for all new international students. In addition, any students who have traveled abroad should consult with their healthcare provider regarding the need to complete a tuberculosis screening. If you fall in either of these two categories, you will need to visit a healthcare facility or clinic and ask them to complete a skin test, which is referred to as a TST and is also known as a manto test. Please contact your healthcare provider for information on the TST or manto. Slide 8 will provide you with additional vaccines CSB recommends. There are two additional health-related pieces of information that are available on the student portal. One piece provides information about the different types of hepatitis. The other piece discusses the importance of receiving the meningitis vaccine prior to entering college. Please discuss any questions or concerns about these topics with your provider at the time of your physical. The next slide will explain how to submit the form. The CSB Health Form can be mailed or faxed to the CSB Health Center office. If mailing the form, please use the following address: College of St. Benedict Health Services, 37 South College Avenue, St. Joseph, Minnesota, 56374. Use the following number if faxing the form: 320-363-6396. Slide 10 provides you with contact information for me and the CSB Health Center office. Today's presentation is intended to be an overview of completing the form. If you have an unusual situation or a specific question about how to appropriately complete the CSB Health Form, feel free to contact the CSB Health Services office. Please know the CSB Health Center is closed June 8th through August 8th each summer. However, staff members come in weekly during the summer to process submitted health forms, as well as to check messages and return phone calls. Thank you for participating in today's presentation, and I bid you a warm welcome to the CSB+SJU community.